Sean Port. Yeah, that's my full name. I don't want to tell you my real name because it's crazy. I give myself about an hour to ride the train. It takes me about an hour to get to work. All New Yorkers, all real New Yorkers, and even some of the in-plan that just live in the city kind of know exactly where to stand, exactly what door to be at. Because it's all about, you know, New York is always moving, you know. I find myself rushing and I don't even know where I'm going. I'll be on time for something. I do all my emailing on the trains. I start my emailing on the trains, responding to people that I didn't respond to all weekend. I don't listen to music on the train too much, you know. I always want to be alert. Growing up in New York in the 80s, you know, the train systems aren't like what they are now. It's all pretty and well lit. I got robbed on the train at gunpoint. So I guess I kind of took that mentality into this era. So I'm always alert on the trains, just in case someone tries to stab me. When I first came from Guyana to the United States, I lived in Brooklyn. My mom worked in Manhattan. I went to school in Manhattan, and our commute was, maybe for the first year, it was like magical. I was excited. Mom and I used to sit at various stations throughout the transit system and like look at all the trains full with all the graffiti and just like sit there for like a half an hour. It was weird. It was just like depends where the train line is. It depends on what type of graffiti you got. Like the 4, 5, 6 trains came out of the Bronx, and that was like the better art, more or less. Then you had the 2, 3, the 1 train kind of stayed in Manhattan and Harlem, and that was more letter art. We never did like the ACE lines because they had like naked ladies painted on them. They were like museums on wheels, you know. And I used to enjoy getting on them and looking at them and be like, wow, this is beautiful. They weren't very clean and they weren't very on time and they were hot as hell. And you know, I liked all that about the trains. They gave them real character. These trains now are like old white men, you know. The trains in the 80s are like, you know, like they're like fly dances or something like that. I remember falling asleep on the train and waking up at the exact same stop that I got on, which means I went the entire way down to the end and came back. I was so fucking mad that day. What I love the most about New York, I guess it's always changing. It's always moving. It's literally always moving. You know, 24-hour diners, trains. I can buy a pair of sneakers at 2 o'clock in the morning.